Beloved soul, this message has been guided to you for a divine reason. You didn't click on this video by chance. Your angels are whispering right now. Listen closely, because this message carries something your heart has been waiting to understand. You see, sometimes love does not follow human logic. It does not always align with what society thinks, nor with the rules that time seems to set. And yet, when God writes a story, no difference, not in age, distance, or circumstance, can stop it from unfolding. The angels are saying, this person has fallen in love with you. Even though there's an age difference, maybe they're older or maybe they're younger, something about you captured their spirit in a way they can't explain. It isn't about appearance, status, or what people say. It's about the soul connection that transcends years. This person looks at you and feels peace. They sense light around you, a glow that heals them when they think of you. You may have noticed it too, a kind of spiritual familiarity. As if your souls have met before in another lifetime, another realm of existence. The angels reveal that this bond is not ordinary. It carries a divine purpose. You were meant to awaken something within each other. You may be wondering, but why me? Why would someone outside my age range feel so drawn to me? The truth is, God often sends love in unexpected ways, not to confuse you, but to teach you how limitless love truly is. Your guardian angel whispers. The heart doesn't count years, it counts frequencies. The connection you share vibrates beyond time. Perhaps you've noticed small signs. You keep thinking about this person without reason. You sense their energy when you pray or meditate. You feel nervous yet deeply peaceful when you imagine them near. These are not coincidences. The divine has woven a thread between your spirits. And even if the world says it's unconventional, heaven sees the purity behind it. The angels say this person admires your maturity, your light, and the strength of your faith. They see you as someone who carries wisdom, compassion, and authenticity. Something rare and magnetic. They can't help but feel that your presence teaches them how to love better, to believe deeper, and to see the hand of God in human connection. For others, it may seem strange, but for you both, it feels sacred. You see, age is a number in the physical world, but in the spiritual realm, souls recognize vibration, not birthdays. One soul may have lived many lives before, another may be newer to this journey, but when they meet, divine timing bridges every gap. The angels say this person often questions if their feelings are appropriate or if they should keep them hidden. Yet no matter how they try to silence their heart, it keeps returning to you. They pray about you. They ask God for guidance. Why do I feel this way? Is this love real or just a test? And heaven answers, this is love with purpose. It's meant to awaken divine lessons in both of you. Maybe this love isn't about rushing into something romantic right away. Maybe it's about understanding the language of your souls, learning compassion, patience, and divine timing. You are not meant to fear this connection. You are meant to understand it. The angels say, don't dismiss what you feel just because it doesn't fit society's rules. The heart follows the law of God, not the expectations of man. So pause for a moment. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the warmth in your chest. That's your soul recognizing truth. The person who has fallen in love with you may have hesitated because they didn't want to make you uncomfortable. They may have told themselves, "They're too young," or "I'm too old." But love, true love, is never measured by years, only by divine alignment. The angels remind you that God is the architect of your story. If He allowed your paths to cross, it's not by accident. There is something to learn, something to feel, and something to heal. Perhaps you are the light that teaches them to believe again. Or perhaps they are the one who helps you rediscover what love truly means. Whatever the purpose, heaven is saying, don't reject the connection, understand it. Because sometimes the person who seems different from you is the one who was divinely chosen to complete your growth. And now, as you listen to these words, the angels wrap you in calm, saying, "We are with you. You are safe to love, safe to feel, safe to receive what God has written for you." Beloved soul, the angels are showing a powerful image. Two souls standing across time, reaching toward each other through light. It's as if one carries the wisdom of experience and the other carries the spark of youth, and together they create balance. You see, God doesn't pair souls by age, He pairs them by purpose. Every connection that feels sacred, peaceful, and transforming carries a divine mission. This person came into your life to remind you of something your soul already knew, that love is eternal, not limited by human perception. The angels say, "This love defies logic, but it fulfills prophecy." You might have felt hesitant, wondering if the connection is appropriate, or if you should distance yourself. But heaven wants you to understand, this bond is not about lust, confusion, or worldly attachment. It's about growth, spiritual awakening, and divine timing. Sometimes God sends someone younger or older to awaken a forgotten part of your spirit. Maybe they remind you what joy feels like. Maybe they teach you how to trust again. Maybe they see your scars and love you beyond them, not despite them. This person doesn't just see your outer self, they see your light. They notice how your energy changes the room, how your words bring comfort, how your presence feels like home. And when they look into your eyes, something happens. Their soul whispers, "I know you." Even if you met only briefly, even if you don't speak every day, something invisible connects you. An unspoken recognition that goes beyond logic. The angels reveal that both of you have been through emotional lessons in love before. One of you might have carried heartbreak, betrayal, or fear of vulnerability. The other might have prayed to meet someone genuine, someone who wouldn't judge, who would simply understand. So heaven arranged your meeting to heal those wounds through divine love. If there's an age gap, it's because one soul carries lessons the other needs. Perhaps one brings stability, and the other brings inspiration. One brings wisdom, and the other brings new energy. Together, it becomes balance. Heaven's design of complementary harmony. Your angels say, when you meet a soul meant to shift your destiny, the numbers between you disappear. Maybe people wouldn't understand it. They might whisper, they might question it, but only the two of you and heaven know how deep it runs. Because what you share isn't mere attraction, it's recognition. You might have felt it in subtle ways. When you see them, time slows. When they speak, your heart listens differently. When they smile, it's as if something in you melts, as though God is smiling through them. And yet there's also a test, a spiritual one. Because every divine connection comes with a challenge meant to refine your faith. This connection may challenge your beliefs about what love should look like. But the angels say, love is not bound by age. It's bound by purpose. Heaven asks you to see through divine eyes. What if this person came into your life to awaken your sense of destiny? What if their love was heaven's way of reminding you that you are still deserving of joy, adventure, and tenderness? Don't let fear or doubt bury what's meant to be a blessing. You don't have to label it immediately. You don't have to rush into anything. You simply need to acknowledge that it's real, that something beautiful is unfolding in your life, guided by divine wisdom. This person feels your absence even when you're not around. They think of you often, maybe too often, and wonder if you sense them too. Sometimes they pray for you in silence. Sometimes they scroll through your pictures or reread your messages just to feel that energy again, and the angels are saying, yes, they love you, not because of your age, but because of your soul. You've awakened something deep within them, something they can't describe. They see hope in you. They see a future in your kindness and faith in your smile. This is why heaven wants you to listen now. Because you may have doubted this connection, or perhaps pushed it aside thinking, it's not right. It's not possible. But your angels whisper, what God has planted in your heart is never random. It's divine timing preparing a story that only heaven could write. You are not imagining this love. You are sensing what your spirit already knows, that something sacred is forming, guided by divine hands. So stay calm. Stay open. You don't need to force anything. Just trust that what's meant for you will recognize you. No matter how many birthdays apart you may be. Because when two souls are destined, age becomes nothing but a number in the rhythm of eternity. Beloved soul, the angels say it's time for you to recognize the signs, the divine confirmations that this person's love is not of coincidence, but of calling. Sometimes God sends hints before your heart is ready to accept what your spirit already knows. You may have noticed moments that felt like echoes of divine orchestration, patterns that point toward this connection again and again. Let's unfold these signs together, one by one. Sign 1. You feel their energy. Even in silence, there are times when you suddenly think of them, for no reason at all. Maybe it happens in the quiet moments before you sleep. Or when you're doing something ordinary, and their name, their face, or their laughter crosses your mind. That's not coincidence. That's a soul connection communicating across distance and time. The angels say that when two hearts are divinely aligned, their energy flows between them like waves of light. Even if you try to focus elsewhere, you can feel when they're thinking of you. And sometimes, they can feel when you're thinking of them too. It's heaven's way of saying, this love lives beyond words. Sign 2. You see repeating numbers or synchronicities. Have you been noticing 1111, 222, 333, or 717? These aren't random. These are angelic timestamps. The universe, marking moments when your connection is being strengthened. Every time you see those signs, the angels are reminding you. This is not ordinary love. This is divine orchestration. Perhaps you've also seen their birth date appear repeatedly, or a song plays at just the right time, one that holds special meaning. Heaven uses everything, numbers, music, dreams, to speak to the open-hearted, So when you notice those signs, pause and whisper, "I see you, God. I trust your plan," because your awareness activates your spiritual alignment. Sign 3. You dream about them. Often dreams are one of the most powerful ways angels deliver truth. Maybe you've seen this person in your dreams, sometimes smiling, sometimes reaching for you, sometimes standing in light. When you wake up, it feels too real to ignore. That's because your souls meet in higher realms while your bodies rest. Heaven allows these encounters to prepare your hearts for what's unfolding in the physical world. The angels say, when the connection is destined, dreams become divine meetings of the soul. Sign 4. You feel both calm and nervous. Around them, your body recognizes divine love before your mind understands it. That's why when you're near them, your energy shifts. You might feel peaceful yet excited, grounded yet trembling inside. It's not fear, it's recognition. Your soul knows this person matters. That mixture of calm and nervousness is what happens when divinity enters your emotional space. Your spirit whispers, "This is someone I'm meant to know." Sign 5. You sense God's presence. When you think of them, not every connection makes you feel closer to God. But this one does. When you think of them, you may find yourself praying more, wanting to grow, wanting to become a better person. That's how you know the connection is divinely aligned. The angels confirm, when love draws you nearer to the light, it is heaven approved. Even if you've never confessed your feelings, God knows what stirs in your heart. And He's guiding you both, patiently, perfectly, purposefully. Now the angels ask you something deeply important. Do you trust God's timing enough to let Him shape this connection? Because right now, heaven is working behind the scenes. You don't need to chase. You don't need to worry. Bado, what's meant for you cannot miss you, no matter the difference in age, distance, or circumstance. You are being prepared, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, for divine clarity. And this person is being guided too. Their angels are whispering to them, showing them your name, your image, your light. Sometimes they fight it. Sometimes they try to convince themselves that they shouldn't feel this way. But each time they do, something within them says, no matter what I do, I can't forget them. That's the soul tie heaven allowed to exist. And the angels say, don't run from what is meant to awaken your heart. Don't fear the unfamiliar shape of divine love. For God's design is far more beautiful than human logic. You may not see the full picture yet, but you will. In divine time, truth reveals itself, gently, beautifully, undeniably. Until then, your role is simple. Stay open. Stay faithful. Stay trusting, because the one who loves you, despite the age difference, is being led by the same hand of God that is guiding you right now. Beloved soul, the angels are surrounding you right now with wings of understanding and divine protection. They say, you have reached the point where you must not fear this love. You must discern it through faith, because yes, this connection is beautiful, powerful, and heaven-sent, but it is also sacred. And sacred love must be guided by light, not impulse. Heaven is asking you to step into divine maturity, to see this person not through human desire, but through the eyes of your higher self. Ask not only, do they love me, but what is God teaching me through this? The angels say, every divine connection begins with spiritual understanding before it blossoms into earthly expression. So before anything unfolds between you and this person, There are 3 divine actions the angels want you to take. Sometimes we pray asking God to make something happen. But heaven is reminding you, divine love isn't about control. It's about clarity. When you pray, say, God, if this person is part of my destiny, align our hearts through your will. But if not, release me with peace. By praying this way, you free your spirit from anxiety and let God take his rightful place as the author of your story. Because the one who is truly meant for you will remain, not because you chase them, but because heaven sustains the bond. Your angels want you to trust that prayer has already begun to move the unseen. God is aligning hearts, preparing emotions, and clearing distractions. Age differences, cultural differences, distance, these are small in the eyes of heaven. But the world will always have opinions. Some may not understand, some may question it, and others might even discourage it. The angels say, you do not owe the world an explanation for what God is doing in your heart. As long as the connection is respectful, genuine, and aligned with divine purpose. There is no shame in what you feel. True love, the kind that heaven designs, is pure, honest, and healing. It doesn't take from you. It grows with you. It doesn't cause confusion. It brings you closer to God. So, if you find peace when you think of this person, not chaos, that's a sign the connection is divinely approved. The angels remind you that timing is everything. You might feel this connection intensely right now, but both of you may still be in seasons of preparation. God never rushes divine love. He refines it, so be patient. Don't force them to express what they aren't ready to say yet. Don't chase answers that only time can reveal. Your waiting is not wasted. It's working. Because every moment you trust, heaven moves closer to manifesting what is meant for you. Now listen closely. The angels are whispering a prophecy over your heart. There will come a day when all confusion will fade, and everything will make sense. The love you doubted will be confirmed. The distance will close. The timing will align. And you will see it was all part of God's perfect orchestration. Even now, heaven is preparing divine meetings, conversations, and encounters that will bring you both into alignment. You may receive a message, a dream, or a sudden sign that feels like confirmation. When that happens, you'll know, not through fear, but through peace. The person who has fallen in love with you is also being guided to courage. They're asking heaven for strength to come forward, to confess what's in their heart. They've hidden these feelings because of the age difference or what others might say. But love like this cannot stay silent forever. The angels are working on them, whispering, healing, and guiding. And when the time is right, God Himself will make the connection undeniable. So be still, beloved soul. Let the divine weave this story the way heaven intended. You don't have to chase love that is already chosen for you. You only have to receive it with faith for the one who fell in love with you. They didn't just fall for your looks, your smile, or your voice. They fell for your light. And that light came from God. When they saw it, something eternal recognized you. It's the same light heaven placed within you long before this lifetime began. That is why the connection feels so familiar. That is why it feels so deep. Because it is not new. It's divine memory awakening once again. Beloved soul, now that you've opened your heart to understanding, the angels are revealing what comes next. The outcome that heaven has been preparing behind the scenes. You see, this connection between you and this person is not random. It's not an illusion. It's a part of your soul's divine story. And while the world may look at the age difference and question it, heaven looks at your hearts and smiles, because both of you have chosen love over fear. The angels say, the time of confusion is ending. The season of recognition is near. This means that both of you are awakening to truth. The love that once felt impossible will begin to feel natural. The fears that once divided you will begin to dissolve. And what remains will be faith, steady, calm, divine. The person who fell in love with you has been doing a lot of thinking lately. They've been praying, asking God for signs, and heaven has been answering, through dreams, through coincidences, through gentle waves of emotion that lead them back to you. They are realizing that no matter the difference in age or circumstance, their heart finds peace only when it thinks of you. You are their calm in chaos, their reminder that love can still be pure. You represent something divine that they've never known before, not just romance, but revelation. And soon, this realization will bring them to a crossroads. Either they step forward in faith, or they remain silent in fear. The angels are guiding them to choose faith, because God's timing is whispering, now is the season of courage. Don't be surprised if you begin to sense movement, messages, conversations, or unexpected meetings that draw you both closer. The universe will orchestrate moments that align perfectly. Doors that were once closed will begin to open. You may even start to see this person act differently, more tender, more open, more willing to express what they once hid. That's heaven's influence working through their heart. The angels say that God is aligning your paths quietly. He's teaching both of you valuable lessons in patience, humility, and spiritual balance. For one of you, this connection is a lesson in trust, believing that love can come from unexpected places. For the other, it's a lesson in courage, learning to express love despite fear of judgment. Together, you will bring healing not only to yourselves, but also to others who witness your bond. Because when love is guided by heaven, it becomes a testimony, proof that divine timing always wins. God is not delaying your story. He's perfecting it. He's making sure that when you both come together fully, nothing, not distance, not doubt, not age, will be able to break what He's built. Your guardian angel wants you to hold this truth close. When love is written in heaven, it will always find its way back to you. No matter how different you are, no matter how long it takes, what is divinely connected will always return home. That's why your soul feels peace when you think of them. That's why something deep inside keeps whispering, don't give up on this, because God isn't done yet. In time, this person will step forward, perhaps with words, perhaps with actions, to confirm what you've always felt spiritually. You'll see how everything, even the distance and uncertainty, was preparing both of you for the kind of love that glorifies God, not the world. And when it happens, you will know. You'll feel it in your spirit. That still, calm voice saying, this is what I promised you. Beloved soul, this is your moment to release fear and walk in faith. Don't let opinions, rules, or worries stop you from recognizing divine love when it stands before you. If God has placed this connection in your heart, trust His purpose. Because heaven doesn't make mistakes, it makes miracles. The angels want you to say these words softly to yourself right now. I trust the divine plan. I am open to love in all its sacred forms. I know that what is meant for me will never pass me by. Say it again with faith. Feel the peace that comes after surrender. Because even now the angels are smiling over you, blessing this connection, blessing your future, blessing your heart. You are being guided by heaven itself. And soon, what is meant for you will step forward. Not in fear, but in love. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel the truth of it stirring inside your spirit, Then your angels led you here for a reason. They want you to stay connected to divine guidance every day. So, beloved, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, because every message we share is a direct whisper from heaven, a reminder that you are loved, seen, and divinely protected. When you subscribe, you're saying yes to angelic guidance, yes to divine love, and yes to walking in God's perfect timing. Let this video be your confirmation. Love knows no limits, not even age, because true love is born from God, and He never measures by time, only by truth. Your angels are with you, your story is unfolding, and your divine love